Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for stopping by for a few minutes today and saying hi. I hope you're having a great day and a great week so far. We're almost at the long weekend right now, which is amazing. Today should be relatively short. I just mainly want to show everyone how to share your Snap projects with me again so that I can mark them. And that'll be about it for today. So let's get right into everything. Okay. So again, I hope you're having a nice day. Please follow the link in the video description to my Microsoft forum for attendance and engagement. That applies to you if you watch these after the fact as well, because I do check the forums for attendance after when I'm taking attendance for the week, which is usually on Friday. Interns will come out most likely tomorrow, so you should get a better understanding of where you are right now. The way that I decided how to split them up for this class is pretty simple. It's pretty much all just based on if you've done work and what is the quality of your work. So if you have any questions about those, just let me know. I've been really happy with the engagement level of this course. I've received a few emails from either students or parents talking about how they're focusing on other courses, and I completely understand that because probably if I was in your boots as well, my parents would want me to focus on like math and science and English and stuff like that rather than computational thinking. But I do definitely appreciate all of you who are still sticking with us and sticking with me over the next few weeks because this is important stuff. And if you're interested in computational thinking and computer science in general, this is a nice little like stepping stone for you for the next few years in high school. So you never know. Your welcome to Snap project is due tomorrow. So that's Friday, May 15th. Hopefully by now you've finished the worksheet and the notes for that project. And you should be wrapping up your actual Snap project as well. Again, if you have any questions about what is needed for this assignment, please check out our previous stream replays where I've actually answered all the questions in the worksheet, I've answered all the questions in the notes, and I've given you a pretty good example of what you need to do for your actual, for your Snap project as well. So please refer to those videos. Today, I'm going to assume you're kind of all done and complete with all of those things and that you just want to share your project with me. So yeah, let's dive right into it, shall we, folks? Let's do this. So I've got Chrome open. I've got the assignment tab open as well. So everything here. This is just a test class. So I've actually added myself as a student in this class so I can go over what you need for this assignment. So the three things you need to submit for this assignment are your worksheet. So hopefully you've taken some time to finish off this worksheet like we did this week. You need to answer all the questions in your notes, which is this short document over here. I'd recommend doing the notes after you finish your worksheet and your Snap project because it's a little like reflective, or there are some reflective questions. So those are the two like things that you need to type up. And the final thing is you need to share your project with me. Now, I was actually really impressed with how many of you did this perfectly for your first assignment. That's awesome. I'm going to go through this one more time today, and not one more time, but I'll go through this again today, and I might revisit it later, just because there is like a small little mental hurdle to get over. And then once you're good with this, you're good to go. So let me just make sure that I'm not missing anything so far. I'm just checking my form and all that. Okay, beautiful. So let's say that this is your project for the Welcome to Snap project in Snap. You're all happy and good to go with this. Let's actually run this right now and see what it looks like. Yes, good. And then C is pen up, and then U is that. And then if I do one, yeah, good. Awesome. So it's working well. You fulfilled all the criteria for this project, and all you need to do is share it with me. So there's two ways you can do this. I'm going to show you, in my opinion, what the easiest one is first, and then I'll show you the second method after that. You have to jump through a few more hoops, but it still works fine. So once you're happy with your project and it's ready to be shared, if you click on the paper icon up here in the top left-hand corner of the screen, right over here where my mouse cursor is, you click that, and you want to go to export project, which is this one. So if you hover over this, it says save project data as XML to your downloads folder. Okay, so that's beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And then actually I'm going to move my head over here. If you'll see, I'm on Google Chrome, and it's actually download. It shows me the download for this file right down here. Welcome to snap.xml. If you are not using Google Chrome, and let me just go full screen mode for a second so I can open this up. So I can show you what this looks like. Give me 1 second, folks. Here we go. Beautiful. If you're not in Google Chrome, this file will automatically download to your computer's downloads folder. So what this looks like, if I slide this over here, I don't want it to be that big, whatever. If I just bring this up, this is my computer's download folder over here, and there is my Welcome to Snap right there file that you can use. Okay. Now, once it's downloaded, all you need to do is you need to go back to your assignment, and you need to then insert that file into like this area below your name over here. So the easiest way to do this is, again, using Google Chrome. You can just click and drag that file that you just downloaded into this area, and then boom, you're good to go. You've shared your project with me, and all I need to do in this situation is just download this file, and then I can drag it into Snap, and it's very easy for me to do. So I'm going to go ahead and delete that right now. Another way you can do this is, again, if you're using your downloads folder, if you find that on your computer, what you can do is you can actually drag that file, that XML file, into this little window over here where it says drop files here, and then boom, it inserts that file, and you're good to go again. We've just done the same thing. You can additionally insert it by clicking this one and then going to my computer and then finding your download folder there as well. So there's plenty of different ways too. I'll show you what that looks like right now. Let me just give me 1 second so I can delete this. So I can go insert my computer. It opens up a window over here, and this is actually all the backgrounds that I have for my streams. If I go to downloads over here, I can actually find my Snap project, which I just clicked on, and here you go, so you can see a bit better. And then I just need to go open, and then boom, there you go. That is the easiest way, in my opinion, to share your project with me. And if you just do that, that's fine. As long as you do one of these two methods that I'd like to show you today, you'll be good to go. Okay, so that's the first one. We call that the export project method or whatever. So that's actually going to create a file that is downloaded to your computer, and then you insert it to your little assignment. Now, the second method is also very useful. You have to jump through a few more hurdles, but it can work really well. Again, I'm going to go to this paper icon in the top left-hand corner of the screen. I'm going to click it, and instead of going to export project, I'm actually first going to go to save as. So over here. Under save as, I want to go and find my project, which in this situation is the Welcome to Snap test. And I'm going to click share. So boom. So are you sure you want to share this? Yep. And then once I've shared it, I'm just going to save, and then I'm going to say yes again. It's really important that you do this step first. Otherwise, the rest of this process isn't going to work. So make sure you you share your project. Okay. Following that, if you go to export summary, if you hover over this, it says open a new browser window. I love how this says this. Open a new browser window with a summary of this project. So this is going to open a new window with a summary. So I'm going to click that, and I can just click on this over here. It'll open up a new browser. And then this is effectively like a summary of what you've done for your project, which is really helpful for us. But what you can do, instead of sharing this URL up here, this is actually just where it downloaded to on your computer. You copy this link right here. So what I did is I highlighted it, and I went Control-C on my keyboard. Since I'm on a PC, you can also do highlight and then right click, and then you can copy the link that way too. And then if I go back to my assignment, what you can do is under your name, there's a section where you can enter text. You can also do this in the comment section, but I'm just going to enter it over here. And I'm going to go Control-V to paste that link. And then boom, that is another way to share your project with me. So two different ways. The second way, I tend to have more people or more issues tend to come up with the second way because you have to be a verified Snap user and you have to share your project, whereas the other way, you just have to download the file for the XML and then drag it into your project. So what I would do if I were you is I'd pick one of these two methods. So if I go back to Snap over here, you're either going to export the project or export the summary. So pick one of those two and then try to export them or to share them with me that way. All right. So those are the best ways to share your Snap project with me, Okay. So I'm just actually going to go ahead and I'm going to export the project again so that I can drag it over here. Oh, whoops, I've already done that. Whatever, that's fine. So once you're at this point and you've answered all the questions in the worksheet, which is this document right here, you've answered all the questions in the notes, which is this document over here, and you've shared your project with me, then you are good to go. You're groovy. You're all done. That's a good sign that you can go ahead and click Turn In, which is over here. And that is your way of showing to me that you are done with the project and it is ready to be marked. It is ready to be graded by me. Okay. So once you've clicked Turned In, that's your way of like telling me that you'd like me to mark your project. Now I went ahead and I marked the self-portrait projects this week. So if you go to your assignments and you click on that project, you'll see how I marked it. I'll give you just a quick overview of what you can look for that project. So I marked a pretty straightforward way. If you have everything done, I'll just put assessed over here. If you don't have everything done, then I'll just write incomplete. And it's fine if you get incomplete. It's not the end of the world. And then you'll notice that for each project, I've split it up into three different components. So your notes, your worksheet, and your Snap. So I mark each thing out of 4 total points. So essentially, if you answer all the questions, if your answers are correct, and if your Snap project fulfills all criteria, then you'll get 4 out of 4. So maybe you got like answered all the questions in your notes, that'd be 4 out of 4. Maybe you like missed a few questions in your worksheet, so you'll get 3 out of 4 for that. And maybe your Snap project's awesome, so you get a 4 out of 4 for that. Okay. So each assignment is broken up into 3 parts. This one is the exact same. So each assignment is in essence worth 12 total points. Obviously you want to shoot for a 4 out of 4, but if you have any questions about how I'm marking stuff and you'd like me to go into more detail, just let me know. Because usually what happens is that someone will forget, like say, inserting a copy of their Snap project, so I can't see them. So they'll get like perfect on everything else, and then they'll get a 0 out of 4 for Snap. But really, if that happens to you, all you need to do is just attach your Snap project to your assignment, and then let me know. I will go and remark it, look at it as like, oh yeah, you did well, and then that 0 out of 4 becomes a 4 out of 4, or whatever your mark should be. Same with your worksheet, your notes. Say you missed like a few questions in your worksheet, you redo it, you let me know, and that's all of a sudden a 4 out of 4. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Feel free to obviously rely on the examples that I've given you. Feel free to watch our previous streams and see what I'm doing in Snap. That's more than welcome. Like there's a reason why I'm doing these, because I like showing you what to do. And if you have any questions about how I got there, just let me know. Now, one final thing that I'll say for this section over here, let's say you turn something in, but then you want to make some changes and edits. It'll look different for your screen, but as long as it's before the due date or the due time for that assignment, you'll be able to take that assignment back. There'll be a button over here, I think it says take back on your screen. If you click that, then you can go about editing your assignment some more up until the point when you turn it in. If you want to make changes on an assignment after it is due, email me, and all I need to do is click this button over here. It says return. You won't be able to do that yourself, unfortunately. Once I return the assignment to you, then you'll be able to make as many changes as you want. Once you're finished with those changes, you can just click turn in and you're good to go. Okay? So just keep that in mind in case you're like looking at this after the fact and you're like, oh my God, I forgot to do this. Just let me know if it's after the due date and I can return it to you. If it's before the due date, like this project is, then you can just take it back and work on it yourself. Okay? So that is what I wanted to show you for sharing of this project. Again, one final time, you can share these projects two ways, either by clicking the paper icon and going to export project. That'll create a downloadable file, which you can then drag and drop into this window. The second method is you have to go save as, find your project, click on it, and then click share and then save. And then you go export summary. And I love it how this way it didn't work because it runs into a bug sometimes. So if that happens to you, what I do is I go back to save as, I click on the file and I unshare it, and then I share it again. And then hopefully this will reset the system so that when you go and you export your summary, yep, that link is right there that you can then copy and then paste into whichever window you'd like. Okay, so those are the best ways to share your project with me. Try both of them, and then hopefully one will stick for the long run. Okay, alrighty. So that is the Welcome to Snap project. That is your Welcome to Snap project. Now, before I sign off for today, I did want to I want to show you something else, which will take about a minute. Now, I have updated our assignments page, and I've actually included our next assignment right now, which is called the Building Blocks or Scavenger Hunt assignment. This will be due in 2 weeks. So again, we'll have plenty of time to work on this together as a group. This one is a bit, as we progress through these assignments, they get more and more intricate and detailed, but that shouldn't scare you off because I'm still going to do exactly what we've been doing before. So I'm going to walk through exactly how to do it in Snap, how to answer some of the questions in the worksheet and the notes, just to help us all progress through this course at a reasonable rate. Because after this assignment, I'm actually going to post a number of assignments at the same time, of which I'm going to ask you to kind of pick and choose which ones you'd like to do, because they focus on different aspects of Snap. And depending on what you're interested in, you might want to go look at one that's like purely about animation, which could be really cool. Or maybe you want to look at another one that's more like a series of repetitive blocks that do various shapes and things. So it's up to you. Okay. So just a little info as to what's coming down the line. Okay. But this project will take us up until the end of May, and that's totally fine. It's totally fine. And like I've said, I've already marked your Snap self-portrait projects, so feel free to go check on those whenever you get a spare moment. And then I love how a few of you have turned in the Welcome to Snap already. That's great. I'll mark those hopefully soon. I'm currently encountering a backlog of marking right now, but that's fine. We'll get through it together. Okay, so next week we're going to follow a very similar layout as to what we've been doing already. So Tuesday, because we don't have a stream on Monday because of the long weekend. Hey, yes, long weekend. Tuesday, I'm going to move this over here. For some reason, I like it on the left side of the screen. Tuesday, I'm going to just introduce our next project, which is the scavenger hunt. Probably start working on some questions again in the worksheet, maybe demonstrate what it's like for the Snap project as well. And Thursday, we'll just keep on working on that too. Okay. I wanted to keep this nice and short today, and lo and behold, it's 10 till 2, which is perfect. So I'll hang around for a few more minutes in case you have any questions that you'd like to ask me. Otherwise, I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing in this class so far. I know it's not optimal, and usually the way that I work for this class is I introduce a large project and then we spend the next few lessons working on it. And it's really easy for me to help you out because I'm like rotating around people's seats and stuff like that. So if you have any questions at all, and it's not like we're not in the stream, obviously you can email me at any time. That's the best way to get a hold of me. Don't be shy. Seriously, I check my email all the time and I get far more interesting responses from students than you'd imagine. Well, that's a different topic. If you are feeling good, you're feeling groovy, and you're confident about how you're doing this course, that's great. Try your best to get outside this weekend and just get some fresh air, because I know I could use it as well. I've been kind of cooped up in my apartment all week long, getting some work done, so I can only imagine how you must be feeling too. And with that in mind, let me just check to make sure I'm not missing anything. I'm just checking my form to make sure I'm not missing any questions. Yeah, there we go. That's good. Nothing in the comments. Awesome. So I think I will call it there because, again, all I wanted to do today was just go over how you can share your projects in Snap. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Try to get some rest in, try to get some fresh air in your lungs. And I will see you all next week on Tuesday, hopefully. So with that in mind, take care and have a great weekend, folks. Bye now.